Hey y'all, I'm back. This is your girl Astrology here with some more Astro Tea. Happy December. This time touching on the main astrological trends that stood out to me. So a brief December forecast for all signs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, and definitely comment. I love you guys' feedback. Even though I might not be able to respond on time or to all you guys, I appreciate it when you guys tap in with me. So let's get into it. We have on December 4th the total solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Mind you, this is the last eclipse in the pair in the axis of Gemini and Sagittarius. So the axis of truth, okay, is coming to a close, and we are having the nodal transition. So this will be the final eclipse in Sagittarius. So look over the last 18 years of your life, okay, because this was the last time that North Node and South Node was transiting the signs of Gemini and Sagittarius. And, you could definitely see themes, things regarding, how you were living life at that time, endings and new beginnings, even clues into your new life now. Now, Sagittarius is all about truth, optimism, luck, expansion, philosophy, belief, experience, higher learning, knowledge, those things, right? And we have its ruling planet, Jupiter, in Pisces. So there is a lot of expansion going on, a lot of spirituality. Around the time of this full moon, December is definitely going to be a very spiritual month, which is really kind of no surprise given the time of year. But yeah, so this eclipse is going to be a closing chapter, a new beginning. Endings bring new beginnings, right? So this is going to be a wrap up to to not only the year but the last 18 months, and it's going to be again the very deja vu of the last 18 years of our lives. Now we have on December 13th Mars sliding into Sagittarius, so things get a lot more, fiery, passionate, outgoing, definitely very truth oriented. Bluntness is going to be a thing, and being able to stand on your own 2 feet. There could be even some family detachment or family struggles going around, or even black sheep energy with Sagittarius, the sun being in Sagittarius, Mars being in Sagittarius, and we have the solar eclipse. Then next we have on December, 19th. Gotta check my notes. I finished writing. Yeah, Venus going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. I don't know why I didn't remember that. But yeah, Venus is going to be officially going retrograde into the sign of Capricorn. So she'll be moving backwards in the sky, and definitely things regarding our relationships, our love life, are going to take a more internal effect. We're going to be doing a lot more reflection, or we should be, regarding our relationships, our aesthetic, our beauty, our sense of value and self-worth. Now on December 22nd, the sun enters, 22nd, got the South Node entering Scorpio. So the axis is officially changed signs. So now the North Node is in Taurus at this point. The South Node is in Scorpio. Mind you, the South K2, also known as the South Node, has strong ties to the sign of Scorpio, being that it's friendly with the planet Mars, and Mars rules over Scorpio. There's a lot of intensity, a lot of endings and new beginnings tied to K2, and a lot of endings and new beginnings tied to Scorpio. Long story short, a lot of transformation. We can definitely, like I always say, predict a lot of the future, and reflect on a lot of the past with the nodes. So I just think it's a great time for us to basically reflect on letting go. Also our sex lives, our intimacy, our sense of value and self-worth, also our sense of comfort, what we indulge in, our diets, fast life versus relaxed life. These are all going to be topics next 18 months. Okay, so as the eclipses roll out with these nodes, because the nodes are astronomical mathematic points that predict the eclipses, right? So these nodes are basically gonna, every time we have an eclipse, we're gonna get more information on the nodes based off of the topics that I just discussed. So just keep clocking when you have Taurus and Scorpio on your chart, okay? Now on December 29th, we have Jupiter entering the sign of Pisces. So again, that's that expansion, the spirituality, that sense of, you know, transcendence and growth through learning, through beliefs, through sharing of knowledge, through experience, through being open, and through just sheer adventure. Okay, and this is a generational planet. So we should all be feeling the effects of Jupiter and Pisces, feeling a lot more like, let's come together, kumbaya. Again, like, this is December, but mind you, it's going to be a retrograde as Christmas, because Venus is retrograde in Capricorn at the time of December 19th. But, you know, there's like, the transits honestly look popping to me. Also, mind you, the sun is in Capricorn and Uranus is in Taurus. And we also have the North Node in Taurus. So this is a trine right here. So I would say that the earthy, down-to-earth energy, just going to be feeling pretty practical, and everybody's going to want to spend a lot of money, but you want to be careful and be mindful of that. I didn't mean to ramble. I just... Astrology gets me excited. Okay, so let's get into these predictions for all signs, starting with Aries. And now we have Aries, eclipse in Sagittarius, lighting up your 4th house on December 4th. Okay, so this is your house of, mind you, we have Mars entering your 9th house on December 13th. And then Venus going retrograde in your 10th house December 19th. I would say some form of like your beliefs, your sense of spirituality is tying in with your career or your money, maybe money woos or concerns, or having you just want to go to God with it, or like maybe some serious love life concerns, because you also have the South Node entering your 8th house on the 22nd. So sex, death, transformation, rebirth, near-death experiences, crisis. These things could definitely be a topic for you regarding the next 18 months. So your health and getting more fit, definitely taking better care of yourself, or just those around you. Those are going to be big topics for you. Now, I'm saying that because you have the South Node transiting your 8th house, and again, it's the house of crisis and sex and death and transformation. So a lot of big changes, and you're just going to kind of be rolling with the punches. You have, again, these transits in your 9th house, along with this eclipse in Sagittarius in your 9th house. It's kind of telling me, again, you're just kind of like just going like to meditation, prayer, even joining prayer groups, or just doing something very to counteract any kind of negative experiences you're having. You're like tapping into your faith. Jupiter, we're not going to really talk about Jupiter for each sign. Good luck, Aries. Now we have Taurus, this eclipse in Sagittarius occurring in your 8th house. Mars enters Sag on December 13th, your 8th house as well. So I would definitely say this is going to be a highlight to anything regarding, like, you know, taboo topics, your sex life, even your sexual partners, flings. This could even be near-death experiences or inheritances. You have the South Node entering your 7th house on December 22nd. And and Venus in Capricorn entering your 9th house on the 19th. So I would definitely say that, again, your spirituality is playing a big part too. But it's more so regarding your relationships, your intimate relationships, your sexual connections is looking like. And this is going to be a theme for you, your sex life, your intimate relationships, how your sex life or what you're into, even your kinks, how they affect your relationships. Maybe you have a sex addiction and finally you boot up and you're Bay is realizing that you kind of have some kind of chronic sex addiction, or you've been celibate so long you don't know how to be intimate now that you've met a partner, or you don't know how to put yourself back up. Something regarding your intimacy or your psychology, the roots of your pathology, basically. It seems to be affecting your relationships, especially for the next 18 months. There's going to be like a lot of upheaval and a lot of changes regarding your relationships. Good luck, Taurus. Hey Gemini, we have this solar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 4th of December, occurring in your 7th house of partnerships or relationships, of contractual agreements, one-to-one interpersonal connections. And then we also have Mars joining your 7th house, joining joining that 7th house energy, in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, I would say that this could be because I'm seeing sex. You got Venus on the 19th going retrograde in your 8th house. The South Node entering Scorpio in your 6th house. So something regarding your everyday routine and your sex life. Maybe you were getting sex consistently and now all of a sudden, boom, there's a breakup, there's no more sex. Venus retrograde could definitely have turned your relationship status topsy-turvy. And this could be any kind of reversal period regarding your sex life and your interpersonal relationships, I'm seeing, with this 7th and 8th house and 6th house energy going on. Scorpio being your 6th house, I would say something regarding like your health, a new sense of self, regarding your health, kind of getting to the bottom or ending any chronic illnesses could end. Because, the 6th house is kind of malefic. But when you have a malefic planet transiting, usually they cancel each other out. So usually you get positive results. So I would say that this is like a newfound, a new lease on life. Maybe you kind of getting on some kind of illness, chronic, or even this could be psychological though. Maybe you have OCD, maybe you've been seeing a therapist, and maybe it's been paying off. But also regarding again your sexual relationships, your interpersonal connections, things could be seeing reverse or be kind of topsy-turvy, or you could also expect a windfall of money, or having a newfound connection in business could see you making more money. This could be passive income. This could see you making money in your sleep, or even working from home. Good luck, Gemini. Hey, Cancerians. Now we have on December 4th, the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, lighting up your 6th house of everyday routine, of smaller pets, of health, fitness. Also, it's the house of details, and it's ruled by Mercury. So I would say that there's a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot on your brain around the time of the eclipse. Also, there could be something regarding a new sense of routine that you bring in. Maybe you are an entrepreneur. You control your daily activities, and maybe you're deciding you want to start working in the middle of the night versus working all day. Your sleep schedule may change even because this is aspecting your 12th house. Mars enters your 6th house on the 13th of this month. Venus goes retrograde in your 7th house on the 19th. And then we have the South Node entering your 5th house on the 22nd. I would definitely say that there's a lot going on with your relationships, your connections. Maybe you ended up breaking up with somebody recently, and maybe you're seeing somebody new, but it's fairly new, right? With the South Node entering your 5th house, maybe your sense of fun is changing. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you want new sex. Maybe you're bored of your old partner. Even something is changing regarding your romance. Even maybe there's a creative project that's that you want to scrap it. You're tired of it. You're actually, I'm not really feeling this. You're halfway through it and you're I want to kill the project. I would not be too quick to do that with Venus going retrograde. You could definitely regret it. But I would definitely say this is regarding your artistic expression, your romantic expression. These things are highlights right now. Also your interpersonal connections. Good luck, Cancer. Hey Leo, we have on December 4th the solar eclipse in your 5th house. Sagittarius lighting up your 5th house of romance. This is your ruling house, or the house that you correspond with. The house of children, pets as well, larger pets usually, or pets that you consider your kids, your fur babies. And then you have Mars entering your 5th house on the 13th. Definitely things get a lot more antsy. Venus going retrograde in your 6th house on the 19th. Maybe you end up meeting somebody at work. Maybe you end up meeting somebody on your daily job. There's a new, somebody that's very attractive on your jogging route or something like that you didn't notice before. Or maybe you recently moved and you joined a new gym. Or maybe you're joining even a gym with bae, or you join a gym and you end up meeting the love of your life, or somebody that you're very sexually attracted to that can feel like the love of your life with Venus going retrograde in your 6th house. South Node enters your 4th house on the 22nd. So this is the house of real estate, home, family, the roots, like where you came from, like your mom and all that stuff. Also your emotional life. Your emotional life. I would just have to say that this is kind of regarding like changes to the home, maybe deciding you want to move eventually. This could be uprooting, and this is going to be over the next 18 months. Something regarding like your home life, your sense of stability, your sense of inner emotional comfort is seeing like a lot of like renovations. Also, like I would definitely keep an eye on mom for the next 18 months, or your relationship with your mom could definitely see some ups and downs. Good luck, Leo. Now, hey Virgos, we have on December 4th this solar eclipse in your 4th house. So this is, I would say, regarding like your relationship with your mom, your family life, your roots in general. Spend a lot of time with family this, you know, this holiday season or this month. Mars enters Sagittarius in your 4th house on the 13th. So there could be like a lot of action, a lot of even fighting with family, beefing with family arguments, or just healthy debates. Or this could be like a lot of more sexual activity around the house, or even working from home. Your home life seems to be like a lot more busy this month. Now Venus goes retrograde in Capricorn in your 5th house of love, romance, of expression. This is also like the house of fun and play and children, procreation and creation in general, artistic expression. With Venus going retrograde there, maybe you bring an old creative project back. Maybe you hear from Bae, maybe you're missing Bae, maybe you go back to an ex, maybe you're just thinking about your relationship life, or the lack of romance that you have, or how to make yourself a little bit more romantic, or you are expressing your creative side more, or again, you're like tapping into an old creative style. On the 22nd, the South Node enters your 3rd house in the sign of Scorpio. So your relationship with your siblings could change. Your sense of short distance travel could change. You could get a car, you could sell your car, you could lose a car, you could inherit a car, you could change your local neighborhood or environment. You could end up changing your marketing campaign or scheme. Your website could look completely different at the end of this 18 months or something like that, because this is also a house of marketing as well and promotion. And also the house of perspective. Your perspective could be a lot different at the end of this next 18 months. Yeah, good luck, Virgo. Now we have Libra. This solar eclipse on December 4th occurring in your 3rd house. This is the house of short distance travel, trips. It's also the house of perspective and marketing, siblings, your local environment. You also have on December 13th, Mars entering Sagittarius, transiting your 3rd house as well. So this could be like a lot of transits, a lot of short distance trips, hanging out in the neighborhood, partying a lot more, being a lot more social, even like changing something on your social media, or expressing your, this could even be new friends, because this is the house of friends as well. Venus goes retrograde on December 19th in your 4th house. So this could be renovating home with Bae, moving in with Bae, you know, separating from Bae, moving out of the house. Something regarding like real estate and home and family and roots is affecting your relationships, or vice versa. Your relationship with your mom, buying your mom a gift, or having to take it back because Venus is retrograde, or you know, you buy your mom a sweater and you gotta go return it because it doesn't fit, it's too small or something like that. On the 22nd, we have the South Node entering your 2nd house of earned income, resources, sensuality. This is the Venus house, so you could definitely, you know, be having buyer's remorse, or your spending could go way up. Like you could have an unexpected expense. Next 18 months, your financial life could change drastically. You could end up being financially dependent on someone, or someone could end up being financially dependent on you. You could end up getting raised, something with your finances, but the finances that you earn, your resources that you're in direct control of, they're topsy-turvy. Good luck, Libras. Now, Scorpios, we have December 4th solar eclipse occurring in your second house of earned income. On December 13th, Mars is going to be entering Sagittarius, so this will be your second house as well. So your second house, your earned income is seeing a lot of action. This could be an influx of cash, but this is cash you're earning. Maybe this is a long time coming bonus that you definitely feel like you worked for. Maybe that degree is paying off for. Hold on, I gotta charge my battery. Don't mind that, it's just a pain. I'm keeping it in, I'm not editing. Shit. I think it's, okay, it should be. Let me see if I can get her back where she was. Maybe. Anyways, where was I? Where was I? I think I was on Scorpio, right? Yeah, Scorpio. December 4th, solar eclipse in your second house. This is income of your direct control, resources that you're pulling in, like big daddy money. So you're like, yes, maybe again, like this is Sagittarius, so this is maybe like that degree finally pays off. You finally see your lifestyle changing financially for the better. You get to get that house that you always wanted. Yeah, this could be a purchase like that, a very real world purchase. I would wait till after the Venus is, Venus direct, because this is also her house of rulership. So I would wait until like next month before I decide on making that big purchase. But it's a good time to go house shopping or, looking around. Now you have Venus going retrograde in your third house on the 19th. So I would say that this is definitely your relationships and your friend groups are affecting each other, or maybe, you break up with somebody and now your mutual friends are acting all awkward with you, or maybe one of your friends starts looking at you like giving you romantic interest and you're like, I don't know how to take this. I don't want to ruin our friendship. Relationships and friendships are going to be affecting each other, or even like your short distance travel can be affecting your relationships, or vice versa. Maybe Bae gets you a car, or maybe y'all are sharing a car, or enjoying your local environment more. Anything like that is possible with Venus in retrograde transiting your third house. It's a good time to like go car shopping and think about getting a whip, but not really purchasing one while she's in retrograde. So just remember that. Now we have on the 22nd the South Node entering Scorpio. So that's your first house. So K2 entering your first house, you're gonna look even like more of a badass and even more intimidating and more sexually magnetic than even you usually do. Now I would definitely say that you could be changing your look, and your appearances could just go do a 360. Definitely watch your health with K2 transiting your first house for the next 18 months. But this would be time when you want to end up getting tattoos removed, getting more tattoos, getting more piercings. Something about your Scorpio-ishness is either going to be taken up a notch or down a notch, but it's going to be full-on transformation. And the nodes of the moon can be quite unpredictable. So, it's just good to kind of keep an open mind with this transit and just kind of literally go with the universe, just go with the flow. Good luck, Scorpio. Hey, Sagittarius. Now on December 4th, we have a solar eclipse in your first house. So I know you are tired, okay? Because for the last 18 months, you've had the South Node transiting your first house. So I know you went through a lot of changes. So Scorpio, if you want to know what's going to be happening up next, hit up your Sagittarius rising friend. They will be able to tell you. Or your Sag friend in general. But I know you've experienced a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs. This could be regarding your relationships, your sense of expression. This could be on a public scale. You could have either lost or gained infamy. And now this is kind of like the culmination point. Okay, so the last 18 months is leading up to here, or rather the last 18 years, because the last time the North and South Node were transiting Sagittarius and Gemini was 18 years ago. So looking back on this time, this whole time, seeing your growth, I know you're proud, and like I know there's probably like a weight lifted off, even like just you're shedding a new skin. Definitely K2 is the dragon's tail, literally shedding a new skin. Now you have on December 13th, Mars entering your first house. So you could definitely be feeling a lot more free. So with K2, you know, finally leaving your first house, maybe you are feeling more free and you are looking a lot more sexually magnetic, a lot more ooh la la, a lot more attractive to the opposite sex or the same sex. Excuse me, I might be on something with my nose itching like that. Now I would say that on December 19th, Venus is going retrograde in your second house. So this is the house for earning income, and Venus is in her ruling house, in the house that she corresponds with. So I would say be careful of your spending, be careful not to overspend, but maybe you even end up overindulging when it comes to like a shopping spree or buying new clothes. Again, you are feeling like a new you. So it's not, you know, far-fetched to say that you might go out of your way like spending money. Like it's like, you know, I feel like when you like, even if you get a new pair of boobs, even like this could have been you, sex appeal, even though this is in Scorpio's area of rulership, you could have got a new boob job, and now you're like, I want new clothes, I want all my clothes to have cleavage, and I'm like something like that. Now on the 22nd, the South Node enters your I'm sorry, I was lost train of thought. South Node enters your 12th house. So this is the house of loss, of retreat, of asylums like prisons, hospitals, sleep, dreams, creativity, spirituality, yoga, meditation, prayer. The sky's the limit when it comes to 12th house, really. But with South Node transiting your 12th house, this is going to be an 18-month transit. So for the next 18 months, you could see yourself spending a lot more time alone, or, you know, experiencing insomnia. Your sleep patterns could change. You could have a lot more lucid dreams. This is a great time over the next 18 months to dream journal and to get more into dream interpretation. I do dream interpretation, by the way. You know, also just kind of seeking out your more spiritual side, like the side of you that's just, you know, like your inner voice, you know, not necessarily being so much into like therapy, but you could be, but this is more so like doing inner shadow work. So again, spending more time alone, you know, clocking some of your habitual patterns. With the South Node being there, this could be unexpected events that could see you in a hospital. So maybe you're tending for a loved one, or maybe you end up getting a job in a hospital. This is aspecting your 6th house of work and everyday routine as well. So yeah, good luck, Sag. Hey Capricorn. Now we have on December 4th, happy birthday by the way, we have on December 4th the solar eclipse in your 12th house. Mars entering the same space in Sagittarius on your 13th. So with this solar eclipse, first of all, this definitely could be, this is a big event, a big moment. It's a solar eclipse. It's a new moon, like hyped up times 100 basically. So with it transiting your 12th house, this could be very lucid dreams, again, very vivid dreams, dreams that you might want to wake up and write down. You could get a lot of downloads and a lot of messages in your sleep or in your alone time, or even when your head hits that pillow. I even say, like, even right before dreams, like the 12th house is like bed, the house of bed and bed pleasure, and it's the house of retreat, you know, like a house of loss as well. But it's essentially like our quiet space, our quiet time. So with a solar eclipse in Sagittarius lighting up that house, there's definitely going to be some spiritual downloads like a motherfucker. So you definitely want to write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down like a lot of your downloads, a lot of epiphanies and light bulb moments that you might have, and be very open to synchronicities and signs and consistencies, because you're getting a lot of downloads and a lot of messages. Spirituality is definitely tapping you on your shoulder this month, Capricorn. Mind you, you're having your solar return because it is your birthday month. So again, this is spiritually, the veil is very, very thin for you. Mind you, the 12th house, this is definitely talking about the etheric world. So spirituality, messages from the higher world, being able to transcend through your artwork. This is a good time for that. Mars entering your 12th house. This could be your sex life is a lot more poppin', a lot more active, or again, your dream life is a lot more vivid, or maybe you're having insomnia, having trouble sleeping, having trouble staying asleep. Maybe you develop restless leg syndrome or something like that, okay? With the aspect in your 6th house of health, there could be something going on that's like keeping you kind of up at night. Mars is antsy. You know, he's very rah-rah, okay? And like fiery and passionate, and you know, and also very sexy planet. With him waking up your 12th house of sleep and relaxation, it's like, you know, you're not necessarily getting time to relax, but it is your birthday time, so maybe you're just out partying late, or maybe not sleeping at all. Venus goes retrograde in your 1st house on the 19th, so you can go back to an old hairstyle, an old style, an old way of dressing, an old expression, an old artistic expression. You're definitely looking a lot more beautiful, but it would be beauty that's appreciated. You know, something about you looks even more youthful. Venus going retrograde, maybe your youth is seeing more, something about you is peeling ages off of your appearance even. That's not bad for a birthday gift. Now we have a South Node entering your 11th house on the 22nd. This is the house of long distance. This is the house of stepchildren, of half siblings, of community, of organizations, of friend groups, of long-term hopes, wishes, goals, and dreams. I would say with the South Node transiting this your 11th house for the next 18 months, this is definitely a time when you're changing your friend group around. Something regarding, this is the house of eldest siblings as well, so maybe your relationship as an older sibling or with your eldest sibling could change around this time. Your friend groups could be switched around, do a switcheroo. Maybe you're ending relationships, beginning new ones. There's definitely going to be a lot of transitional periods, a lot of maybe like passive aggressiveness going on, a lot of social wars for the next 18 months. Maybe you unexpectedly gain some sort of infamy or fame as well, because this is the house of fame and the nodes represent fame, and they're the biggest indicators of fame in astrology. So you can definitely see yourself going viral for in the next 18 months, or expecting some sort of recognition, public recognition for your work, or scandal. Because again, the nodes are some naughty, mischievous little bastards. Okay, I can't stress that enough. So you just want to be open and just have fun with whatever the universe it may be throwing your way. Now we have Aquarius, December 4th, the solar eclipse in Sagittarius.